Hey everybody, this is Dr. Abby Medcalf. I haven't seen you guys for about a week, but I'm getting back to my Facebook Live posts and answering questions that come in and just trying to help you have great relationships. So the thing I hear the most is, how do I help my relationship even if my partner won't do a thing? Is it hopeless? Is there nothing I can do because my partner won't do anything? And I'm here to tell you, you can totally transform your whole relationship even if your partner is sitting on his or her ass eating Oreos on the couch. You really can improve it. And it's really probably, I have a bunch of tips I use. This is one of my top ones that's worked really well for me and my clients. And it's called answering bids. And there's a great marriage researcher, Dr. John Gottman out of New York, who's incredible. If you haven't checked out his website, you might want to, along with my own. And what he has found is that this thing called answering bids. And here's what it is. It's basically anytime your partner asks you for anything related to their attention. So if your wife or girlfriend is cooking and says, hey, could you taste this sauce? If your boyfriend, husband, fiance, whatever, is watching TV and says, oh my God, wow, that kick was amazing. If they're reading a book and they exclaim about something in the book and say how great it was. Any of these things are all bids. These are bids that you can answer if you want, or you don't have to answer, but they're bids for your attention. It's your partner telling you that they find something really important, interesting, that you should find interesting too. So your job is to lean towards the bids, not away. Lean toward it. And in the research, what he found is that Gottman found that couples who answer the bids, I think it's 87% of the time, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure, he could predict marriage and divorce. And he found that when they leaned towards the bid, when they answered the bid, they were 87% more likely to be married 6 years later. So that's something, right? So here's the deal. So what do I mean by that? How do you operationalize that? It's this. And I'm going to give you an example from my own life. My wonderful partner, my great love, is very into Spartan races. And anyone who knows me well would know that I'm wearing stiletto heels all the time. I ain't running into no Spartan, right? I'm not known for that anyway, going out for a jog or a run. These Spartan races are like really big obstacle courses and going through miles of drudgery and heat and pain and hills, and there's all these obstacles along with that, and mud and jumping over things and through things, and don't even get me started. So, but he loves them. And although I'm not personally like a big Spartan fan, I am a Gary fan. I am a fan of him. And so this thing that he loves, I am learning to love. I am learning to be very engaged in. I go on trips with him where he goes on races, or I will come and just support him. I have taken pictures and filmed. I've even made quick little movies from it. I have driven him to or from a race when he's too tired. I have, I bought him a spear, for God's sakes, a couple of years ago for Christmas. Anything I think that can support him in this thing he loves. And he'll say things sometimes. He'll be sitting on the couch maybe and, looking at his computer, and he'll say, oh my gosh, look at this person getting across these, like, the rig, these crazy monkey bars these Spartans have. And he'll talk about it. And, the response could be, I'm sitting typing on my computer, right? Could be, yeah, that's great, babe, and keep typing. But instead, I always try to get up, I go over and look what he's looking at, or I ask a question about it, or I somehow engage. Am I perfect in this? Of course not. There are days when I'm like, I just can't get as excited about Spartan races as you can. However, most of the time, I really am right there with him, and I really find ways to be engaged. And this is the key to answering bids. It is just whenever your partner says anything, I don't care what it is, the problem is we tend to miss them. They might say, oh my God, I read this really good book. And you just go, that's nice. And you don't interact around it. That was a bid that you missed. You didn't turn towards. Now, it's really important to notice if you're even making bids with your partner. Are you saying things to them that you're interested in? Have you had so many years of them not being interested in your stuff that you've just stopped talking about it? That's a problem. Do not give up on your relationship. But for you, start to answer these bids. Start to really notice how often your partner says something. Now, there's a lot of ways that we dismiss bids, which is another problem. And that can be obviously just dismissing or ignoring it. If you continue doing whatever you were doing and you don't stop, like if you're at your computer typing or something and they ask you something or mention something, it's usually not an ask, it's usually just a comment, and you just keep on typing and ignore them. So any of these kinds of things, rolling your eyes, always saying no when you're asked, hey, you want to go play tennis? Do you want to go for a walk? Do you want to walk the dogs? Do you want to whatever? And your answer is often no. That's dismissing or turning away from a bid. I want you to notice all these things as bids. It's not just your partner wanting to, make you walk the dogs too to punish you. It is often a way that they see that they can connect with you. If you're just, my favorite, if you ignore them while you're looking at your phone, don't even start. Don't even start on the phone. You should not be even really holding your phone present while you're having a conversation with your partner. Turn them over or put them away. If the phone dings, ignore it if you're talking to your partner. Think of it. Here I am in the most important relationship in my life, I hope, right? Your partner. And you're interrupting it to take a call or a ding or a text from someone else. Really be thoughtful about not answering those things if you don't need to. If you're a brain surgeon, I understand, but I know a lot of you are not brain surgeons, so I really need you to think about why it's so important that you answer the call or look at the text or look at the email or whatever it is in that moment. You can always just, after the conversation's over, or create an ending and say, you know what, I'm really interested in what you're saying. I'd love to talk more about it, but I've got to take this call, so I'll be gone for 20 minutes, and then I'll come back and we can pick up where we left off. Even that is honoring the bid. So I want you this week to start really noticing when bids are made, if your partner is asking you, to pay attention. And by the way, our kids make bids all the time. And so this doesn't just work with partners. Kids, what do they do all day? Mommy, look. Daddy, look. Look. They're doing that because they want you to see them, notice them in some way, have attention to what they think is important, right? Swinging on the tree or jumping off a swing or doing whatever they're doing. They want your attention. And we can sometimes even be hostile and say things like, don't bug me right now. I'm busy. I'm this, I'm that. I really hope that you don't do any of those things and really give them your time and attention. Okay, that's it for today. If you like this tip and want more, go to my website, abbymedcalf.com. And if you have any questions you'd like answered in the future, please comment below the video and I will make sure I answer them. All right, have a great day, everybody.